So we're learning the remainder theorem, which is a way to find the value of a function. So I'm doing example 1 two ways. Sorry, whoever's watching this, I forgot to record, so you can kind of catch up by just looking at what I did here. I plugged 5 in to this function, and I got 12, okay? There's another way to find 12, which is really, really fast, and that's synthetic division. So I'm taking my x equals 5, and I'm putting it in that fun little backwards like L. And then remember, you take the coefficients, 1, -4, and 7. And let's go ahead and go through our synthetic division steps. Anybody see anything magical? The remainder, that's why it's called the remainder theorem, is f of 5. So you can use synthetic division to plug in any number into any polynomial. And you might be thinking, like I kind of hinted at, well, I don't need that. This was easy. Especially if you let me use a calculator, Ms. Morris. I can just plug a 5 in. Yes? Well, what? Say it again.
So the exercise will be on test?
Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. Your test is only on 2 sections, but 5.2, if you remember what we've been doing for the last few days, is a doozy, right? Is the new factoring and solving quadratic formula. Okay. But guys, let me show you another example and why you're going to like this method more than you're going to like this method. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Now, if I ask you to find f of -3 here, again, it's not impossible. Every single one of you could do it. You're plugging -3 in for every x and simplifying, but there's a lot of order of operations and negatives and stuff that you have to deal with. So instead, if you use synthetic division, you can see how quick it is, and then your answer is your remainder. So I'm going to set it up, -3, and then all my coefficients. I messed up here. Make this a 3 and this a 2. And sorry, I totally messed this problem up. And add a 1 on the end. I'm so sorry. Thanks. So sorry, I just messed up on my exponents. So look how long the problem is, right? You would have to plug -3 into x to the 4th, x to the 3rd, x to the 2nd, x to the 1st, then multiply by the coefficient, making sure your signs are all right, and then add and subtract left to right and everything. It would be a lot of work. Not impossible, a lot of work though. So instead, take your -3 and put it here, and then grab each of your coefficients. So I have -2, +3, -15, +9, +1, right? And remember the steps. Bring down the first one and multiply on the outside. So multiply -3 times 2. -6 goes there. Yeah. Say it again. Oh, it did. Oh, it should. Sorry. I know. My gosh, I've been spending the whole period apologizing to you, but there's a lot of interruptions. Okay, so that just made that a +6. Thank you for catching it, Mariana. And then adding going down, right? 3 + 6 is 9. Keep going. 9 times -3 is, sorry, 9 times -3? -27. And you can use your calculator, guys. There's no, just because I do this so fast doesn't mean we can't pick up our calculators. When you add these two together, you should get -42. And I'm going to pick up my calculator here. -42 times -3. 126. 126 plus 9, 135. See how the numbers are really big? These are numbers you'd be getting in here too, okay, if you were doing it the old-fashioned way. And then 135 times negative 3 is negative 405. And then 1 minus negative 405 will be negative 404. What's the answer? That's it. Your answer is your remainder. When I plug negative 3 into that function, I get negative 404. You don't have to write out the answer. We're not actually dividing. It's a trick. It's a really cool trick. It's a really easy trick. Wouldn't you agree? What, the bottom? Yes? Yep. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good? Okay. So I'll get you started on these. If you didn't rip out the page, feel free to do so now. All right, so starting with number 1, let me get you started. If you can do synthetic division, which most of you did great on the last test, this is really easy. Okay, so number 1, let's do, so tell me how I can shorten this for you guys. Because 1 through 8, I'm taking suggestion. 1 through 8, it's having us do both, like find f of negative 5 and f of 2. So that's really 2 problems each. So maybe we just do. Oh, I think everyone's going to be confused. That would confuse me. Let's do this. Let's do 1 through 4, which is really 8 problems, okay? So let's change it to 1 through 4. So each problem will have 2 answers, right? Because you're going to do f of negative 5 and f of 2 for each problem. So let's just do 1 through 4 instead, okay? So we're going to do f of negative 5. So that means negative 5. And if you're not looking at the paper right now, that's okay. You can grab the numbers from me. 1, 2, negative 3, and 1. And in that same problem, we'll do 2. So we just use those same numbers. Okay, let me zoom out so you can actually see it. So we're going to do f of negative 5 and f of 2 for 1 through 4. All right, guys. Negative 5, negative 3, 15, 12, negative 60, negative 59. So the answer is negative 59. Somehow you have to tell me the answer is negative 59. Like, don't just do the synthetic division and walk away. The best way to write it, let's do this, is to say when I plug in negative 5, I get negative 59. That's the answer. Come on, guys. 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. Hey, guys in the back, I'm talking, I'm teaching. You should be paying attention. It's rude. f of 2 is 11, right? Isn't this easy? It is easy. Okay, so I'm going to put up the problems so you can see the problems, you can see the answers. You still have to do the work, okay? If you're not getting the same answers as the key, check to make sure you copied it right and didn't miss the negative or something, and then ask me to check it for you. No, I will be happy to do so. Okay. So 1 through 4.